All right, guys, what's up? I love that song, but it's a 5-minute song and I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. How are we doing today? Just quick sound check. All right, you guys can hear me. Can you see very well? Can you see my screen? Awesome. I am doing great, Justin. Thank you for asking. Doing great. Just came back from the cottage, feeling a little bit refreshed. Had a slow time there, but it was definitely helpful for the mental, right? For those that are newer to the community, I know we had a huge spike of new members. I want to first start by welcoming you all. Glad to have you in the live calls. And I mean, not the best time to start. I would have liked a little bit of a clearer week to showcase this. But anytime we have a week where we don't have early news, I tend to do these midweek analysis. And I got put on the spot by someone today because I wasn't going to do them. So here we are for another midweek analysis. Nothing much to declare except for the fact that we had a beautiful upside, right? In the weekly outlook, we talked about this. We wanted to see higher prices and lower prices, but our question was which was going to come first. And I explained that if higher prices come first, I am going to be looking for downside, and if lower prices come first, I am going to look for continuation to the upside. Yet we have not reached my objective on NASDAQ, which puts us in a very special position. I am going to first start by reminding you guys that I was going to be looking for this buy side liquidity, which, if we look at the equivalent on ES, you'll see that we have taken out this level. So we have basically SMT, but important SMT, daily SMT at a key area in price where, if you remember on the weekly chart, this was the low of our weekly fair value gap, which I will just mark out right now. And if we look on ES, no fair value gap was formed, but we did have our inverse fair value gap here that we seem to be wanting to close above. Now, when we will get that confirmation, of course, on the weekly close, so after Friday's close, but for the moment, we are very bullish away from it. And as we can see, right, with the SMT we marked out earlier this week in the outlook, this very clearly defines ES is stronger than NQ. NQ is a weaker asset. We know where we will have lower resistance long, and we know where we expect SMT to form, right? If you see SMT on the highs, you're going to expect ES to be the one that takes out that level and NQ to be the one that doesn't. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just mute my cell phone for a second. So, with all this in mind, I just revisited my weekly outlook. I am looking for higher, I'm looking for buy side, but now ES has reached that objective. So do we have to visit this weekly fair value gap? No, not at all. On talking about NASDAQ, of course, we don't have to revisit that area in price since ES has taken it out. But what do we see from ES? Well, first of all, we had this gap, which was entirely rebalanced, right? So it doesn't tell us much, but we have now inverted this gap. So this is a small insight that we are going to see even higher pricing, which could then mean that NASDAQ would be going higher. So for now, my objective is higher. If later in the week we do reach this specific level, right, marked in blue so that it's easy to differentiate from everything else. Well, if we do reach that level, you could now frame sell side. So frame shorts pretty much. Say that we return to a premium of our range. If we look at our weekly, we return to our premium in efficiency. But truth is that once we get all the way up here, the main thing we did is expand through a key area in price where we had a large volume imbalance, new day opening gap, expanded through multiple liquidity pools, and most importantly, right, what we said at the beginning, invalidated SMT. So if we have a low resistance liquidity run all the way up here, I don't anticipate price to stop here. I'm going to just go for my final objective, and possibly if I was to frame shorts, I would frame shorts into a nearby fair value gap, more specifically their nearest one to price, or possibly a nearby order block. So the easy framework for the rest of the week is going to be looking for longs to that buy side, anticipating ES to reach this. Now, will it reach it in this week? Possibly. Is there a very high likelihood of it? Not at all, right? We've seen 60 handle ranges. Yes, of course, earlier in the week was a little better, and now we see 40 and 30 handle weeks. So, of course, I don't expect it to reach that level, but that is going to be my objective for the remainder of the week. I am going to be looking for higher, with, of course, the possibility of a TGIF on Friday, right? A retracement, since we've seen a classic week up to now. If I'm framing shorts, I'm framing them as a retracement, meaning if we take out this liquidity, then I can start framing shorts. If I see SMT at previous day high, even before taking out this liquidity, I can frame shorts. Up till when? Up till the closest inefficiency. So if now my setup forms and I see a key reaction off of this daily order block level, and there was no, for example, no sweep of previous day's high, then I anticipate the retracement to be done, and then a continuation, of course, to our higher objectives, which are clearly framed. Whenever I have these higher objectives, it's because I don't anticipate NASDAQ to do 1,100 points in the next 2 days. Well, it could. It very well could, as we have seen. But I don't anticipate that because that's not normal conditions. That's not average range. So I have a nearer objective, closer objectives to frame shorts and to frame targets as for longs. And more specifically, whenever I have higher time frame inefficiencies, I like to plot my quarters on there, and I'm going to be looking for specific respect or disrespect of these levels to indicate, are we going to respect this fair value gap, or are we going to expand through it and possibly going into next week frame longs. But at that point, we're looking at next week. This is a midweek analysis. Very simple. I'm looking for longs towards these levels, and possibly after hitting one of these levels, taking shorts into nearby inefficiencies, as we are extremely bearish. We do bullish. Sorry, I'm mixing my words now. As we are extremely bullish, we don't need to retrace to a discount. That was a lot of talking packed very quickly. I haven't done one of these. I still need to get my rhythm back pretty much. So I'm speaking very quickly. So just before I let you guys go, do you have any questions as to anything I just said? Maybe you have generalized questions about the concepts. I have the time and have an open ear for anything. Number go up. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the number to go up. Fair. I'm not seeing anyone type, so I'm guessing everything was all clear. Bank account go up. Awesome. All right, well, on that note, guys. Oh, I seeing someone type. I'll just wait and see if there was any questions related to that. Thank you, Silver Surfer. Appreciate that. I believe it is one of the first times I see you in here. Welcome. Glad to have you, and we hope to see you again soon. You guys have a great night. It was a very quick one, right? But it's very clear. We're very bullish. What do I expect? Continuation to bullish. If we have a retracement, I can trade it, but close to nearby objectives, right? Very straightforward. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your week. We'll see each other in chat, and of course for the price action reviews for tomorrow and the day after. And I wish you all luck training tomorrow. See you guys.